Many things on the Suncoast make this a great place to call home, from our beautiful beaches to the plants, flowers, and foliage, to the culture and arts that entertain us. No matter how beautiful a place is, it may soon lose some of its charm without something to challenge our minds, delight our spirits, and bind us together as a community. That's why access to culture and arts is so important. And that's why Parrish Playworks is so important to the Parrish community. We welcome the president and artistic director of Parrish Playworks, Karen Romant. Karen, after I promised, I practiced her name over and over. Romant.
Yes,
thank you, I got it right. Romant.
Yeah.
So tell me how the Playworks was formed.
Well, Parrish Playworks, and you know, the word works is like iron works or whatever, because doing a play is a lot of work until you get to the fun part. You had mentioned the why and how you, earlier. Parrish has an old school building, and that's where the YMCA is now, and that is the community meeting place. I was there working out with a friend, and she said, Karen, there's so much in Parrish that is, people don't know the stories of the pioneer families and how people first settled here. There's such a rich history and it's going away. Do you think we could do a play about Parrish? And she happened to be talking to the right person, because my master's thesis was based on community performance and oral histories. So I said, yes, we could if we make it real. If we go and actually talk to the people, some of the families that were here, they're settled generations ago in the mid-1800s, and really get some stories about what it was like in the old days. So we did.
And you wrote this first play, right?
I did.
And it's called Rooster Tales?
It's called Red Rooster Tales.
Red Rooster Tales,
right.
Perfect for the Parrish community. Now tell me what it includes.
May I tell you the story of Red Rooster Tales? Okay. We decided to call it Red Rooster Tales because there was a chicken farmer in Parrish, lived down this nameless road, and there was a man in Parrish, actually his name, he was one of the parishes, and he would go and buy fresh eggs from this chicken farmer. And he would always remark that he had thousands of chickens, like 2,000 chickens, but not a rooster in sight, and those chickens must feel lonely. So the chicken rancher said, you know, my chickens are fine, they don't need a rooster to stir things up. But Mr. Parrish would come back and say to him, you're missing a rooster, you're missing a rooster. So he got tired of hearing that. He cut out a rooster from board, painted it barn red, and stuck it out on the road, and that became Red Rooster Road.
Oh.
So Red Rooster and Red Rooster Tales seem to be the right name to tell stories about Parrish.
Well, this is good because a lot of the people who live in Parrish, they're the people that have lived there for generations. Then there are so many new people moving in that know nothing about the area.
Right. We thought it was important to, because Parrish is changing so very, very rapidly. There's needful new development happening, but we thought it was important that they know, the newcomers know what it was like there in the old days. Not necessarily always the good old days, but the old days. And you know, unless you know where you came from, you don't know for sure where you're going.
And if you're new in a community, you want to know your history.
Yes.
Then it's your history.
Right.
And everybody in your place, I understand, are from Parrish.
They are now from Parrish. And some of them, actually, we do have people, we have somebody, Jill Goldsmith, who actually lives on Red Rooster Road and raises chickens. But then we also have people who've come to us from New York, and they're professionally trained actors. What we love and what we think is unique about Parrish Playworks is, I hope this sounds right, we'll take almost anybody. We're continually trying to raise the bar as far as professionalism goes, and we want good lighting, good acting, good, you know, good production values. But if you were just interested for the very first time and wondering if you can walk onto a stage, we'll give you a shot.
Of course, you don't really have a stage. No. I mean, you don't have a building yet, a place to call home. You move around. Tell me about what you've got coming up this fall.
I will tell you. It's actually going to be in a barn. Called,
Oh, good.
yes, and the barn is actually pristine. I don't think it doesn't have a history.
The floor was cleaned off.
Well, it's a wedding venue barn. It's called
good.
Hidden Acres. That we have a show called Southern Hospitality coming up, and I did not write that. I have written, along with other people, we have local writers who've written Christmas shows and things. I'm diverting a little bit. Prior to this, we did shows on the Florida Railroad. I mean, literally on the cars, right? But the show that we're going to be doing in the barn is called Southern Hospitality, and it is written by a team of scriptwriters from the Golden Girls.
Wow, this will be good.
Yes.
We will let you know more about where you can see this and when it's coming up. And for more information on Parrish Playworks, you can visit their website or their Facebook page.